What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel, and today we got a big update for the Toronto Blue Jays. Okay, we're once again finalists in a big time free agent. I know, where have we heard this before? We've literally heard it every other week, it seems like. Okay, but this time it's seeming more and more possible for the Toronto Blue Jays, and I'm here to break it down for y'all today. We got Japanese pitcher Roki Sasaki potentially on his way to Toronto, along with the other two teams that are finalists in the race with the Dodgers and the Padres. I know everyone thinks he's going to the Dodgers, but there's some chance he could come to the Blue Jays, so we're going to talk about it today. So if y'all are excited for this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and let's get right into it. All right, so before we go into all the rumors about Sasaki to the Blue Jays, if you don't know who he is, I want to give you a reference just on how good he is. He started pitching in the Japanese league at 19 to 22, okay? His worst ERA season was a 2.35. 2.35 ERA in 111 innings. Here we have the best ERAs from the 2024 season, and Chris Sale is the best with an outstanding 2.38. Sasaki's worst ERA season is better than the MLB's best ERA season in Chris Sale. Granted, I don't know how good the Japanese league is. Anyway, we're going to check out this article from Shai Davidi because I can never think of stuff to say off the top of my head about free agents. If there's any general manager in the league that can get a pitcher to his team, it is Ross Atkins. I've said it a billion times, I'll say it again. The only guys we get in the offseason with this man running our baseball team is defense and pitching. Look at our offseason accusations so far. Andres Gimenez cannot hit the ball, plays great defense. All the other accusations have been relief pitchers. Sure, we need to get the bullpen good, but the bullpen's good. So all we need now is maybe one more starting pitcher, which could be Roki Sasaki, and a big time bat, if not two. So, with that being said, I do think there's a chance we could get Roki Sasaki into Toronto. So it does say, in emotionally fraught times for the Blue Jays, any excitement over what's been a good few days seems to be quickly tempered by a dose of angst. What is angst? Hello? A feeling of deep anxiety or dread. So we have deep anxiety. That's a pretty good way to put it. It does talk about Guerrero not being extended, obviously. He has avoided arbitration. I don't think people realize how big of a deal that is, because it shows that the Blue Jays at least want to give him some money instead of like, hey, we're gonna lowball you for the rest of your career. If you don't accept it, we're not re-signing you. Low key, they kind of lowballed him to avoid arbitration, but at least they got the deal done. That's the thing. We're literally in the same position that we were in with Shohei Ohtani. At least he's not getting $700 million. It's a Japanese player that's potentially going to come to Toronto. Next thing you know, Sasaki's going to be on a plane and coming to Toronto just for it to be false and go to the Dodgers. That's not going to happen again, but we go past that. Shai, listen to me, man. You're supposed to be a Blue Jays analyst. You're not supposed to hate on the Blue Jays. This least, I know our offseason's been bad. Ross Atkins is bad. I understand, but this article has been like really talking crap about the Blue Jays. I don't know what's going on right now. It talks about how it's a tough spot for the Blue Jays to be in. Consecutive postseason stumbles and a 74-88 flop in 2024. So basically what this says is we're not a good team. We missed the playoffs last year, and we have a shit farm system. That's basically what it says. And if you think about it, those are all fair reasons not to come over here. Dodgers, if you go to the Dodgers, you're basically winning a World Series in your first year. And if you go to the Padres, well, hell, at least they're better than the Blue Jays. I don't really know. But there is this thing that people are going around and saying Sasaki could not want to be in the spotlight right when he comes into his career. He could want to ease into his career a little bit and still develop as a pitcher, which would totally make sense. And that's why people think he might come to Toronto, because that Toronto's a place to do it. If he doesn't want to develop, he goes to the Dodgers. If he wants to develop and goes to the Dodgers, that makes no sense at all. And the Padres, I don't really know what the Padres are doing. Yeah, I don't really know why the Padres are here. But what I do know is if he wants to develop and not step into the spotlight right away, then the Jays is the place to go for him, because Lord knows the Blue Jays are not in any spotlight right now, except for everyone making fun of them because of how bad their offseason has been. Yeah, so this is basically the center of every article I read about the Blue Jays. It's the fact that no one's basically on contract past 2025. The only two people now being Andres Gimenez and Jeff Hoffman. Bo Bichette and Guerrero, if they don't get extensions, they're probably gone. I hate to break it to everybody. But another sidetrack. I did this last time too. I'm sorry. Another sidetrack. MLB came out with all the spring training dates, and the Blue Jays is February 13th for pitchers and catchers, and February 18th for their first team workout. February 18th is the deadline to extend Guerrero. If they don't get it done by the time he walks into the facility on the 18th of February, he's probably gone. They're not re-signing him in free agency. So he's probably gone if they don't extend him before the 18th. As far as Bo Bichette, he's probably gone, but that's a conversation for a whole nother video. Sasaki is 23. That's pretty huge. He's a dominating fastball, sits in the upper 90s with a splitter and a slider. I thought that's a splinter. I was like, what? Because he'll earn the major league minimum. Whoa. Is that actually how it works? Whoa. He can only get a minimum? Imagine having your best pitcher in your rotation, someone that can have a 2.35 ERA and he's making $1 million. That's kind of crazy. The Blue Jays don't need any financial help. They have $700 million. Well, not anymore. They have $666 million. So there are many good reasons to get excited about the possibilities. Thank you. Something positive. Appreciate it. So basically it's saying it's inevitable that he's not going to the Blue Jays. Why are they finalists then? You know what I mean? They've finalists on everyone else and they failed to get everyone else. But it's different this time. Trust the process. Shi doesn't trust the process. Not just great processes. All right, well, that's basically it. The rest of the time he talks about Jeff Hoffman for some reason, even though the article is supposed to be about Roki Sasaki. Probably should have chose a different article because Shi, you got to step up your work. Maybe don't talk so much crap about the Jays and actually talk about the player that you're making an article about. If you enjoyed this video and you trust the process, make sure to like, subscribe. But other than that, it's been me, Brandon. Let me know what you think about Roki Sasaki to the Blue Jays in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time. Peace.